Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Terrace. The student, staff, and parents of Mountalke Terrace High School very proud and pleased to welcome you to tonight's Divisional District Tournament game. This is game number 8 in the 2A District 1-2 Men's Basketball Tournament between the Sedro Woolley Cubs and your Mountalke Terrace Hogs. This game is being played according to the rules of the WIAA, and these rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators, you can also help promote sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. And the fans here at the Terraceum value our rich tradition of ensuring that every game embodies the spirit of great sportsmanship. We certainly invite you to further that tradition this evening. And now, here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the Sedro Woolley Cubs, coming in from the Northwest Conference, 13-8 overall, 6-7 in conference. Starting at guard tonight, he's a 6'4" senior, wearing number 3, Cade Isaacson. For the Mountalke Terrace Hogs, 19-1 overall, 11-1 in Wesco, and they are the Wesco 2-3A champs. Starting at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, wearing number 10, Mason Christensen. For the Cubs, a 6'4" senior guard, wearing number 5, Cy DeYoung. For the Hawks, a 5'10" senior guard, wearing number 20, Keegan Grayson Zeron. For the Cubs, a 6'4" junior forward, wearing number 13, Jake Thompson. For the Hawks, a 6'4" senior forward, wearing number 22, Kyrie Armstead. For the Cubs, a 6'3" junior guard, wearing number 23, Davis Mihalik. For the Hawks, a 6'3" junior forward, wearing number 30, Mason Peterson. For the Cubs, a 6'4" junior guard, wearing number 24, Keenan Hofstad. And finally for the Hawks, a 6'4" senior forward, wearing number 32, Brendan Hayes. The head coach for the Cubs is Brett Farrar. Head coach for the Hawks is Nayland Sood. He's assisted by Al Shannon, Greg Wirtz, Johnny Phillips, Tim Cashman, and Anthony Asbury. The Hawks trainer is Sabura Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as our Mountalke Terrace High School pep band performs our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the Terrace. It is Saturday night, it is February, and it is playoff basketball. The Mountalke Terrace Hawks, winner of 14 straight games, finishing their regular season with an overall record of 19-1, 11-1 in league play. Good enough for first place in the Wesco 3A, 2A division. They're only 2A school in that division. Gets them a #1 seed as they head into the quarterfinals of the District 1 2A playoffs. They're taking on the Sedro Woolley Cubs. And before I can even get the words out, there's a basket. Mason Christensen. We'll get you the starting lineups here momentarily, as you more than likely heard them from Vince DeMero over the PA system just a few minutes ago. Sedro Woolley coming into the game with an overall record of 13 wins, 8 losses. They needed to win a play-in game against Seaholm the other night, 66-61 to get here. They missed their first shot. Here come the Hawks. Again, we will get you the lineups as we go along here. Kyrie Armstead, number 22 with the basketball. He's a 6'4" senior, averaging more than 18 points per game, having an all-state caliber of season thus far. Number 10 is Mason Christensen. He had the first 2 points of the game, the 5'11" sophomore. That was Brendan Hayes, number 32, the 6'4" senior, the second leading scorer on this team, just missing the shot. Keegan Grayson Zarun is a 5'10" senior wearing the number 20. And then last but certainly not least, Mason Peterson, number 30, who's a 6'3" junior. First basket of the game for the Cubs goes to Cy DeYoung. Mason Peterson, who has hit 12 three-pointers in his last 2 home games here at the Terraceum, just misses his first shot. And we're going to get our first foul of the game called against Keegan Grayson Zarun. Cy DeYoung will step to the line shooting 2. DeYoung, a 6'4" senior, along with his brother Eli DeYoung, a 6'3" junior who's not in the starting lineup on this team together. Cy DeYoung missing the first free throw attempt. The rest of the starters, number 3 is Cade Isaacson. He is a 6'4" senior. Number 13 is Jake Thompson, a 6'4" junior, wearing the number 13. Davis Mahalik, the leading scorer on this team, he wears the number 23. He's a 6'3" senior. And then rounding out the starting lineup, a 6'4" junior wearing the number 24. That's Keenan Hofstad. DeYoung hitting the second free throw, which gives his Cubs teammates a 3-2 lead here early going. First quarter. Hawks looking to take it back right now. Hayes, right side. Christensen into the corner goes Peterson, underneath to Armstead. Nice job of passing the ball around. Are the Hawks doing right now? Scramble on the floor as Grayson Zaring lost the basketball, and it's going to be possession arrow to the Cubs. Hawks getting the very early basket there in the first couple seconds of the game. Have not scored since, and they need to come up with a big defensive stop right now. Sedro Woolley, a team that did not make it into the 2A tournament last year. They lost the play-in game to Seaholm. This year they got revenge on that particular matchup. Shot by Isaacson, misses. Terrace coming down with the rebound. Kyrie Armstead into the lane, goes up hard, gets fouled. Doesn't get a chance to throw the ball up towards the basket. Not that particular time. He will this time as he's going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Cy DeYoung will pick up the foul, his first. Mountalke Terrace, winners of 14 straight games. It looked as though for a while they were going to finish in second place in Wesco. However, Shorecrest, the team that was undefeated in league play, losing their final 2 games of the regular season, finishing the year with a 10-2 record. Kyrie Armstead, free throw attempt up and in. Armstead entering the night a 70% free throw shooter. He's had 110 free throw attempts on the year. The next closest on the team is Christensen, who has 50. Misses the free throw, however, we're going to get a lane violation called against number 13, Thompson. We'll give Armstead yet another attempt. Opportunity for Terrace to take the lead for the second time already tonight. And once again, he misses. This time, the rebound comes off to the Cubs. Top 4 teams in the 2A bracket will, in fact, move on to the regionals the following week. 8 teams left. It's a double elimination tournament from here on out. Winning team will head on to the district semifinals. The losing team will have to go through the consolation bracket. 3-3 score. Armstead for 3. Back iron way up into the air. Peterson had it momentarily. It bounces out of his hands into Cy DeYoung's paws, and the Cubs will now have the basketball one more time. Thompson being guarded very closely by Peterson. Ball's worked around a little bit. Cade Isaacson back to Thompson once again. 17 to go on the shot clock. Thompson one more time. This time gets it into Mihalik. Mihalik's going to put up his first shot. He gets it to fall. Should say his first basket of the night. Mihalik, we're told, averaging around 17 points per game this season. Cubs once again out in front, 5-3. 4:53 showing here on the clock in the first quarter. Peterson, 8-foot floater, misses it. Armstead coming in quickly, gets his hand on the ball. Unfortunately for the Hawks, he's not able to grab the possession, knocks it out of bounds, and it will go back over to the Cubs. Hawks putting a little pressure on in the backcourt, trying to trap. Cubs breaking it. Nice block, Brendan Hayes, leading shot blocker on the season for the Hawks. Unfortunately, on the other end, he throws the ball right to Mihalik. Mihalik looking to transition back the other way. Gives it to Isaacson, back to Mihalik, into the lane, puts it up. Bounces off the front of the rim, comes off. Hayes grabs the rebound. Here come the Hawks. Grayson Zarun fakes a pass, puts up a floater. Good. Long two for Grayson Zarun. His first bucket of the night, 5-5 score. We're about to get our first substitution of the game. Shot is up and missed. Nice defense by the Hawks. Cy DeYoung double teamed on that one. Mason Christensen! Back iron, bounces way out towards the perimeter. Brendan Hayes grabs it, heads in toward the lane, and draws a foul on the play. Non-shooting foul. Mihalik's going to pick up his first foul as checking into the game for Sedro Woolley. Number 55, Bryson Bartlett, a 6'3" senior. Interesting roster here when you start to look top to bottom. They have a guard, a senior guard, George Janicki. He's 5'9". Everybody else on the team either 6'3", 6'4", or one 6'5" player. Mason Peterson. Hawks still looking for that elusive three. They've been shooting them well all season. Unfortunately, the iron unkind here in the first quarter of play. That's the bad news. The good news is it's a tie game still, so perhaps if the shooting can start to fall, the Hawks can make a move and get out to a lead. Long three here from Sedro Woolley. Keenan Hofstad, his first bucket of the night. First tray of the game for either team. Makes it 8-5 Cubs. 3:14 to go, first quarter. Armstead back out to Grayson Zarun, fake to three, drives into the lane, kicks it out to an open Peterson. Hawks still looking for a tray. Cade Isaacson grabs the rebound. Swings it ahead, Mihalik into the lane. Floats one up, just rims right off. And Brendan Hayes trying to get the ball to Keegan Grayson Zarun, just had that one float out of his hands. Almost the way a pitcher loses grip on a fastball that gets away and goes high. It's the way it looked there anyways, as Hayes' pass floats into the bench, giving the Cubs a possession on their own end of the floor. Cy DeYoung getting it over to Cade Isaacson. Isaacson averaging right around 14 points per game this year. Yet to score tonight. He's going to try to change that right now. Drives into the lane, right side, misses it. Nice job by Mason Peterson. Rips it out of Bartlett's hands as number 55 appeared to have the rebound. Spin move into the lane. Kyrie Armstead gets his own board, goes right back up, hard off the glass, misses it. They're going to say it was last touched by the Hawks. Mountalke Terrace finding the offensive going rough thus far. Still having trouble getting that basket. Ever since the first few seconds. Scored about 5 seconds in the last 5.5 minutes. Only one field goal for the Hawks. As Max Hull checks into the game for the first time tonight. Hull, a 6'3" senior post. Mihalik spins, kicks it out to Isaacson. Swings it back over to Cy DeYoung. The big fella Bartlett had it out on the perimeter, decides to not shoot it. We're down to 12 on the shot clock. Hawks playing tough defense. Armstead gets his hand in there, momentarily knocks the ball away from DeYoung. Reaches in again, and this time we're going to get a hand check. Armstead picking up his first foul of the game. Second foul overall in the Hawks. Both teams now with 2 fouls. Inbounding the ball underneath the basket. Bartlett, ball gets away. Armstead picks it up off the ground. Swings it ahead. Christensen into the lane to Hull. Looking for Armstead, bounces off of his hands. Fortunately for the Hawks, it goes right out to where Keegan Grayson's run was standing. He's able to retrieve it. Christensen, corner. Hawks taking their time. Could use a confidence builder right here with maybe an outside shot. That ball almost gets away. Goes off the hands of Peterson. Hits Brett Farrer, the head coach for Sedro Woolley, in the face. Bounces back into the hands of Peterson, but by then it's out of bounds. And Sedro Woolley with 1:30 to go here in the first quarter will take the basketball over once again. Just heard a Mountalke Terrace fan behind us where the parents sit yell relax, and that's exactly what the Hawks need right now. Almost look as though playing with a little too much urgency. Early in the game, playoff jitters perhaps, we'll find out as Brendan Hayes is about ready to check back into the game. Cade Isaacson over into the corner. Mihalik misses the shot. Offensive board for Bartlett. He goes back up, uses the glass. Sedro Woolley with their largest lead of the night, 10-5. 1:02 to go here first quarter. Nice pass to Max Hull down low. Armstead almost comes away with it. Hull gets another chance, puts up a shot, misses it. Late whistle. I believe that's going to be called against the Hawks, and in fact it will, as Max Hull getting a little bit too aggressive there. Picks up his first foul. Hayes is going to check back into the game as Grayson Zarun will now take a breather. His first. 55 seconds left here, first quarter. Sedro Woolley bringing up the ball, half-court offense. Isaacson fakes the shot, gets it back over. George Janicki into the game for the first time. Isaacson gets Armstead up in the air. Armstead with a nice hand in the face. Forces a tough 16-footer. He misses it. Brendan Hayes grabs the rebound. 1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Don't even need it. Peterson pulls up for 14 feet out. Misses it off the front iron. Here they come. Once again, the Cubs looking to expand upon their 10-5 lead. Shot clock is turned off. Mountalke Terrace, 5 first quarter points. I'm not sure anybody saw this one coming. This is a Hawks team that averages over 67 points per game this year. And we're going to get an offensive foul called as Bryson Bartlett popped out to put a screen on Kyrie Armstead. Illegal screen called. Third foul against Sedro Woolley, first for Bartlett. And Mountalke Terrace with 8.8 seconds remaining here in the quarter will have yet one more opportunity to perhaps get a basket. Nayland Sood yelling at them that they have lots of time. Christensen tries to finger roll it up towards the hoop, and they're going to call a charge against Christensen. Mountalke Terrace now with 4 fouls here in the first quarter. 7 fouls total against both teams. 7 different players. No player in this game for either side has more than one. 4.2 seconds left. Isaacson dribbling past center court, fires it up from 40 feet out, rims in and out, and we've come to the end of a rather painful first quarter if you're a Hawks fan. Sedro Woolley for that matter too. Neither team shooting overly well. Low scoring game. Mountalke Terrace trailing Sedro Woolley 10-5. We're going to take a break right now. We'll come back with the second quarter action here momentarily. You are watching the Hawk Broadcast Network. And welcome back once again to the Terraceum. It is District 1 2A quarterfinal tournament action tonight. The first round for the Mountalke Terrace Hawks. And they trail Sedro Woolley 10-5 after 1 quarter of play. Bringing you the second quarter play-by-play action. Here is Mountalke Terrace student Ben Iman.
Thank you, Steve. Mason Christensen will take the inbound for the Hawks to start off the quarter. Here's Peterson, down low to Hull. He'll spin, put up a shot off the mark. Rebound to Sedro Woolley. That's Cade Jackson for 3 off the mark. And his shot's just going to run out of bounds. Terrace basketball.
More of the same here. Both teams having trouble finding baskets right now. As I mentioned it a minute ago, Mountalke Terrace hitting one very quickly. They've been cold since then. Just got a score here from Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Meadowdale leading Marysville-Pilchuck after 1 quarter, 12-10. That's Wesco 3A, of course, but it is one of our Edmonds School District teams, so an interesting game to keep an eye on.
Christensen finds Armstead, right side. Hawks moving the ball right to left. He'll go down low to Hull. That's Brendan Hayes, whose layup is strong off the back iron. Rebound Peterson to Christensen. He'll pull up from the free throw line and knock it down. Mason Christensen.
Give Hayes a lot of credit there. He didn't come up with a rebound, but he did bat it over to Peterson, who then got it to Christensen.
Sedro Woolley with the ball now. Hofstad shot is off the mark.
It's
Rebound
blocked.
Armstead.
Blocked by Armstead. Nicely done.
Armstead. Christensen. Hull tries to go up and maintains possession. He'll kick out Christensen. He'll swing down to Armstead. Back out Christensen. He'll take the three. And he'll knock it in off the iron and off the backboard, but a three nonetheless, tied at 10.
That is exactly what Mountalke Terrace needed there. They need something to give them a little bit of confidence. You started to see that they were starting to get a little tentative about shooting after so many missed shots in the first quarter.
Armstead finds Hull, drives, gets blocked. Out of bounds. Terrace will retain that one.
And Keenan Hofstad with the defense there. Nicely done. They double-teamed Hull immediately. Hofstad able to get his hand on it and blocked it out of bounds.
Christensen will take the inbound. Tied at 10. 6:29 to go in the half. Down low, that's Hayes. Brendan Hayes with the nice inbound layup. 12-10 Terrace lead. Here's Isaacson. Back to Bryson Bartlett. He'll kick out. Isaacson to DeYoung. Driving on Peterson, through two, gets his shot blocked, and it's going to stay here. Sedro only 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Found more than one pair of hands there, too, as Hayes blocking it one way, Peterson finally knocking it the other way.
Max Hull's going to take a seat. Keegan Grayson back into the ball game. Bartlett sets the screen, shot off the mark. That tip pass is going to go to Terrace. It was last touched by Sedro Woolley.
Yeah, Hofstad had the look that he wanted there in the corner. He's already hit 1 3 in this game. We've been told he's their number 3 leading scorer on the year, 11 points per game. Couldn't quite make that one. Cubs still looking for their first points in the second quarter.
Hayes, Keegan Grayson fakes the pass, takes the shot. Off the mark, rebound Armstead, through two. Still has it, he'll kick. Keegan Grayson will just control that one. He'll go down low to Armstead, he'll spin, drives, shot up, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Nice play by Armstead, recognizing that he had a little bit of a mismatch there. Wanted the ball up top, asked for it. Immediately spinning into the key, getting possession, powering up. Didn't get the basket, but drew the foul, which in some ways is more important, as Bartlett now has 2.
That's the 4th team foul on Sedro Woolley. Armstead's first is good. He's 2 for 3 from the line so far tonight.
Hawks starting the quarter here with an 8-0 run, as we're now 2 minutes and 32 seconds into the second period. Make it a 9-0
down
run.
The second one. Kyrie Armstead goes 2 for 2 from the line on this possession. Hofstad. Isaacson, he'll pull up from the free throw line, shots off the mark. Rebound Hayes, he'll kick to Peterson, who'll look to push. Peterson's just going to quickly pull up, and his shot's off the mark. Rebound to Isaacson, he'll swing. DeYoung gets his ball tipped away. Excuse me, that's Thompson. Armstead just lays it up and in. And nonetheless, 2 more points for Terrace. They lead 16-10. Timeout, Sedro Woolley.
30-second timeout. We will keep it right here as Mountalke Terrace, somebody woke up the sleeping giant there at the quarter break, as they're going to call a 30-second timeout. That might be the power of Nayland Suit and their coaching staff right there. 5-10 first quarter. I don't know what Nayland said to them, whether it was a stern lecture or just reminding them that, hey, play your game. I think a lot of times when you get to this particular platform, when it's the playoffs, people tend to build it up. People make it into something bigger than it is. I mean, it's obviously an important game, but it's still basketball. It's still 5-on-5. It's still the same 84-foot court. And whatever Coach Shute and the staff said, it's working right now. We're 3 minutes and 4 seconds in, and they've gone from being down by 5 to up by 6.
This Terrace team starting to come alive in the second quarter. Sedro Woolley will take the ball off the inbound, and Keenan Hofstad Here's Esikson. Swings. That's just going to be a long three. Off the mark. Rebound Armstead.
Armstead, not only your leading scorer for the year, he's your leading rebounder. 8.8 per game.
Quick passing from the Hawks. Christensen's shot off the mark, but nice pass by Hayes. Armstead will come down if he'll drive in the lane. The ball blocked, but Christensen able to come out with it.
Give Armstead a lot of credit, too. He recognized right away he wasn't going to be able to come away with it. He just flipped it out to Christensen in midair.
Peterson's trying to find the pass. We're going to get a kick ball. Terrace will take possession again out of bounds.
Shot clock was down to 18. It wasn't too crucially low, but nonetheless, it's always nice to have that extra time put back on it, so it will be a 35-second clock. Ooh, and it may not matter there as Isaacson gets the steal.
Isaacson through Hayes, gets that shot blocked. Christensen comes away if it is able to throw it off the back heel of a Sedro Woolley player and keep possession as he was falling out of bounds. Beautiful play by Mason Christensen.
Intelligent play by Christensen. I will tell you what, too, if I'm Sedro Woolley, I don't know that I'm overly happy with the way some of these plays are going right now. That was a lot of contact, but Hayes had on Isaacson, and I think that's the second time in about 4 possessions that I think he could have easily been called for a foul. Perhaps it's playoff basketball. Perhaps they're just going to let him play a little bit tonight.
Keegan Grayson will bring the ball up over the half court. Christensen finds Hayes. Back to Christensen. Down low to Armstead. He'll pull up, and he knocks it down. Kyrie Armstead from the elbow. 18-10, the Terrace lead. 3:43 to go in the half. Thompson will just drive, and there's going to be the foul call.
Actually, Hofstad on that play, who found a nice path to the basket there along the left baseline, went up and drew contact.
That foul will go on Mason Christensen, his second. And the shot's off the mark. Enough missed that shot coming from the Terrace student section.
Now the Rowdy Rooters in full force tonight, knowing that it's a playoff game. We've had nights this year where there have been 1 or 2 rows of students. Tonight, they're about a good 3/4 of the way up the bleachers over there across from us.
Keenan Hofstad's second one is down. That's the first point of the quarter. Christensen will take the ball quickly, go down low to Hayes. He'll spin, put it up, and it's good. Brendan Hayes, his second basket of the quarter. Esikson swings the ball over. Drive, shot, off the mark, rebound Armstead. Armstead finds Grayson. He'll swing. Peterson for 3. That one just a bit long. Quick pass. That's DeYoung. His shot's going to be up and good.
A beautiful pass for Hofstad. Dribble pass on his way to the hoop. Gets it to go.
Armstead quickly coming down the other way. Misses that layup. Sedro Woolley will come down to the other end. Driving up and good. That one's also DeYoung. He's got a quick 4 points. Grayson, Armstead pulls up, and he responds. Kyrie Armstead with the 2 inside the key. 22-15.
Armstead with 8 points here in the quarter alone, and when he starts to catch fire, you want to keep feeding him the ball. We'll see what 22 can do for the rest of this period.
We'll keep the ball in DeYoung's hands. He spins. His shot's off the mark. Rebound Sedro Woolley, though. Inside to a cutting Esikson will knock it down for his first point of the game. Isaacson. Here's Keegan Grayson. Armstead pumps a 3, drives, tries to find the pass. It's tipped and stolen.
A little too cute there on that play. Thompson was ready for it.
Here's Hofstad. He'll swing. And Sedro Woolley will just set the ball up. DeYoung gets the ball back off the pass. His shot is off the mark. Rebound to Brendan Hayes. Christensen, he'll just look to push. Dribbles through a couple, finds Peterson. Swings to Christensen. That pass was a bit touchy. Christensen drives, floater off the mark. DeYoung finds Esikson. His long 3 off the mark. Rebound Hayes. Grayson drives. Shot is going to get fouled and miss the layup attempt, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, if there was a base over there, I think he would have been safe. Nice slide there by Grayson Zaran. All the way across the court, right near those double doors over there where the Cubs cheerleaders are hanging out.
That first
Is that one of your coworkers over there wearing a dress taking pictures?
Yeah. Father-daughter ball.
Oh, it's okay. So, and who is that over there?
That's Teresa.
There we go. Does she have a last name?
Bonilla.
Teresa Bonilla. Double duty tonight for her. Father-daughter ball indeed.
Keegan Grayson's first free throw off the mark.
A lot going on here at the Terraceum. Father-daughter ball downstairs. Basketball game here. Not a lot of parking out there right now.
Oh.
We like these kind of nights here at MTHS.
Grayson's second free throw is good. 23 points for the Hawks. Now he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Hofstad. Guarded by Hull. He'll drive through Armstead, gets that one tipped away, and Armstead comes down with it. Kyrie will take the ball himself. Eventually swings to Hayes. Peterson. Grayson. Hawks going for a bit bigger of a lineup. So they select Max Hull over Mason Christensen right now. Peterson.
And Christensen with those 2 fouls, I think they're just content not getting him a third one before the half.
Hayes unguarded in the lane. Shot is missed, but grabs his own board, puts it up, and that one's also off the back iron and out. Kick. Drive. Up through Max Hull. It's DeYoung. It's good, and he'll go to the line for a third one.
Cy DeYoung now with 9 points in the half, 6 in the quarter, and he's really doing a nice job of keeping his team in this game. Ever since they went down by 9, he started to catch fire a little bit. Driving to the hoop, hitting from outside, playing defense. Has a chance to put his team within 3 now with 31 seconds left.
Cy DeYoung's shot rattles in. It's 23-20 now. Armstead to Peterson. Keegan Grayson's going to set this one up. The shot clock is turned off. They're just going to pass the ball around. Looks like they're going to try to get Mason Peterson this shot.
Nayland Sue just yelled, guys, you know what to do. He's got a play called. They've got something in mind.
Armstead, they'll give him the ball. 5 seconds. Cross-court court. Peterson down low to Hayes. 2 seconds. He'll kick to Grayson. Wide open at the buzzer. Off the mark. Keegan Grayson just misses that last shot. But we reach halftime here from the Terraceum. The Hawks lead at 23-20. You're watching District 1 2A playoff basketball on the Hawk Broadcasting Network. We're going to take a short break and come right back.
And welcome back once again to the Terraceum. The Mountalke Terrace Hawks with a 23-20 lead over the Sedro Woolley Cubs here in the first game of the District 1 2A Boys Basketball Tournament, the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will head over to play at Mount Vernon High School 7:30 on Tuesday night, and bringing us the second half of action once again, Mountalke Terrace student Ben Iman.
Thank you, Steve. First shot of the game, or excuse me, of the half, off the mark for Sedro Woolley. Grayson fakes his pass, pulls up, finds Armstead, who thinks about a three. Decides we'll pull it out and finds Keegan Grayson, and they'll set the offense up. Peterson. Also on the floor is Hayes, who has the ball now, and Mason Christensen, the starting 5 for the Hawks. That pass stolen off by Hofstad. He'll drive. A couple of collisions. Sedro Woolley manages to get the ball back. Long pass picked by Armstead. Grayson, he's quickly picked up on the baseline. Will quickly bring it up, picks off pressure, and the Hawks take the ball.
That's a good old-fashioned Earl Thomas type of play right there, as Armstead just waiting for that cross-court pass. As soon as that one was up in the air, he just picked it off, much like a DB would, and Hawks now have the basketball.
Here's Armstead on the offensive end of the floor. Hawks moving from left to right this half. Grayson kicks Armstead low, drives through traffic. Shot fouled, he'll go to the line.
Nice no-look pass by Keegan Grayson Zarun, and as soon as that whistle blew, immediately Kyrie Armstead points over at his point guard as if to say, well done. The no-look just froze the defense just long enough for Kyrie to come open in the lane, and at that point, if you're at a Cub, all you could do is either foul or let him have the basket. They chose to do the first of those two options.
That foul's on Davis Mihalik. His second. Armstead will go to the line. Ooh. His first shot, a bit short off the front iron. No good.
Armstead now 3 for 5 for the night. Good news is you get Mihalik another foul. The leading scorer now has 2.
Armstead's second one finds the hoop, and good.
Certainly a ways away from having to be too concerned at this point yet, but nonetheless, you aren't too pained by getting their leading score that much closer to a 5th.
Mihalik, the 4th player on the floor with 2. His teammate Bryson Bartlett also has 2. Hawks fans wanting a travel on that one, not given.
Mihalik with his 4th point of the night. Hayes with an initial block, and then Mihalik just getting the second chance play there.
Hayes will take a 3 on the other end and knock it down. Brendan Hayes.
Hawks shot 1 for 9 from three-point range in the first half. They needed that one.
Here's DeYoung. Finds Hofstad. Isaacson. Drive. Christensen on him. Excuse me, that was Keegan Grayson. And that one just finds its way in.
Isaacson using his size advantage that time over Grayson's run. 7-inch advantage, and he took advantage of that. Brendan Hayes.
Good, Brendan Hayes. The big 3 back-to-back. Hawks lead at 30-24, 5:46 remaining in the third quarter. Long 3 for Sedro Woolley off the mark. 2 players going for it. It's going to be Hawks ball. That shot was by Keenan Hofstad off the mark. Mason Peterson was there trying to grab the rebound through traffic, but it bounces out of bounds.
Did a nice job of shadowing off Jake Thompson there, just blocking him away from it. Thompson able to get his hand on it, but nonetheless knocks it out of bounds. Mountalke Terrace with the possession once again.
Christensen trying to find the pass that bounces off Isaacson and out of bounds. It's going to stay here.
Fans playing referee of their own there as they wanted it, and now they're going to get it as Isaacson did in fact kick that basketball. And initially the referees were just going to say out of bounds and keep the shot clock at 24, and refs finally thinking differently of it. Chris Lindsay, Tyler Olson, and Rod Moore are your officials tonight.
Down to Hayes. Grayson back down to Hayes. Armstead to Hayes for 3. Why not? Bang, bang, bang. Brendan Hayes got 3 triples to start off the third quarter, and the Hawks quickly jump out to a 33-24 lead. Sedro Woolley now, they're 3 off the mark. Rebound to Armstead. That shot was from Isaacson. Trying to respond. Hayes, he's hot. Gives the ball up to Keegan Grayson. He'll set the offense up.
Took the Hawks 16 minutes to get 1 3-pointer in the first half. Brendan Hayes already with 3 in 2.5 minutes here in the third quarter.
Armstead will kick to Peterson to Hayes. Why not? Off the back iron. Rebound to Sedro Woolley. That's his shot. Down the other end. Trying to drive through Hayes. It's number 23, Davis. He gets fouled by Brendan Hayes. Hayes is first team foul and a half. Davis Mihalik will go to the line.
Mihalik, 4 points so far tonight. Still at 4, and that's a big reason for Sedro Woolley having a little bit of troubles on the offensive side of things. Certainly, Cy DeYoung having himself a heck of a night, but when your leading scorer is down in the single digits and not even close to being in double digits halfway through the third quarter, that's not generally a very good sign.
He sinks the second one, 33-25. Christensen, Peterson, Grayson. Peterson, Hayes. Looks for the cutting Peterson, but finds Armstead. He'll go to Hayes. He'll pull up. Long two off the mark. Rebound to Isaacson. That pass picked off. Armstead to Keegan Grayson, cutting back door. Long rebound, or long layup off the mark, but a foul.
Give credit to three players there. Mason Christensen doing the nice job of reading the pass, picks it off, gets it to Armstead right away. Armstead driving towards the hoop, saw Grayson's run cutting towards the basket. Give Keegan a lot of credit for the hustle there, recognizing very quickly that if he could get down that left side of the lane, he could get open, and in fact did. Drew the foul, and now he's going to get an opportunity for two.
Grayson's first free throw is good. He's got 5 on the night so far, or 4 on the night, excuse me. That foul was on Kate Isaacson. Second team foul for Sedro Woolley. Second one's good. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. 35-25. Hawks lead by 10. Starting to open up this lead here in the third quarter.
Largest lead of the night after having a 9-point lead back in the second quarter.
Thompson, he'll drive. Shot blocked. Sedro Woolley retains, though, of DeYoung. And when he tries to make the pass, he's going to be fouled by Armstead. His second team foul on the Hawks.
Bryson Bartlett, number 55, checking back into the game after what seemed like an extended stay on the bench there after picking up 2 fouls in the first half. Bartlett doing a nice job of getting some boards early on in this game.
DeYoung will drive, pulls up from the corner. That one a bit long. Sedro Woolley rebounds the ball, though. Down low. That shot blocked. Brendan Hayes.
He has 4. Unofficially, I have him at about 4 block shots already tonight.
Keegan Grayson wants more, and he finds more. Goes to the lane quickly and lays it up and in through traffic. Nice one. Timeout, Sedro Woolley. They're going to take a full timeout. We're going to take a break. The Hawks lead at 37-25. You're watching District 1 2A playoff basketball between the Hawks and Sedro Woolley on the Hawk Broadcasting Network.
Elsewhere tonight, in District 1-2 men's basketball tournament action, Burlington Edison is at Terrace, Sammamish at Liberty, Linden at Lakewood. The winner of this game will play in game number 10 next Tuesday night at Mount Vernon High School against the winner of that Linden-Lakewood game.
Nobody's tweeting out scores. He's trying to get a score, nobody's tweeting it out. Where we at?
We're back on the Hawk Broadcasting Network. 37-25, Hawks lead, 3:25 remaining in the third. Hofstad will take the inbound for Sedro Woolley after their timeout. DeYoung finds Isaacson cutting, trying to go through 2. Down low. That Bryson Bartlett going up. Brendan Hayes is going to foul him, and Hayes knew that one. Going for the block, got no ball and all man. Brendan Hayes quickly has picked up 2 fouls in this third quarter. Third one on the team, on the Hawks. And Bryson Bartlett will go to the line, shoot 2. His first free throws of the night. And misses the first one.
Cubs so far tonight, 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Kind of like Terrace, conversely, 7 for 10.
He knocks down the second one. Christensen quickly pulls up a 2 and knocks it down. His first points of the third quarter, 39 points for the Hawks now. 39-26. Armstead comes from behind and swats that one away.
And Mihalik still trying to figure out what happened there. He thought he had an easy little bucket there, and number 22 said, I don't think so.
Coach Sood wanting a charge on that one. That pass trying to find DeYoung, tipped out of bounds. Sedro Woolley will retain possession, though.
Rod Marr, the official over there holding the basketball. A name that a lot of folks around here might know, a longtime photographer for the Seattle Times sports section. Also a photographer for the Seattle Seahawks at times. And Max Hull will check back into the game for the Hawks with 2:53 to go here in the third quarter.
Right here. Face the middle. Open B, open B, open B. Hands up. No post on B. Set up, Max. Set up, Max.
Sedro Woolley now, guarded by Max Hull through traffic, no good. Rebound to the Hawks. Keegan Grayson comes away with it. He'll set the ball up. Armstead had to come off. Grayson, Christensen. Christensen. Back to Grayson. Finds Peterson. Hayes pulls up from the corner. Oh, that one rattles its way in. Brennan Hayes. Another basket this quarter, 41 points for the Hawks. 2:12 remaining.
While the action's been going on and you've been watching the court, I've been watching behind you as Kyrie Armstead, a little bit of a cut directly below his right eyebrow, an area where it tends to bleed rather easily. It's kind of a sensitive area there, so he's being treated right now, and that's why the quick substitution for Max Hull a moment ago.
DeYoung knocks down his first free throw. The foul was on Brendan Hayes, his third of the quarter. Fourth team foul on the Hawks.
Sandy Metzger, the trainer for Edmonds Woodway here tonight, apparently helping the Hawks out and doing a nice job of getting that cut under control. So we'll see how she does as a cut person in the corner, so to speak. It's like a boxing match.
DeYoung's second free throw was good. Hayes' 3 misses. Rebound to Sedro Woolley. It's number 2, George Janicki. Gets the ball stolen by Christensen. Mason Christensen going to take it all the way. Misses that one. Rebound Max Hull. 3 guys on him. Loses the basketball. Falls over.
Christensen had one of those decisions to make. Do I want to use the backboard or not? In the middle of being up in the air, had to make a quick one and couldn't quite do it, and unfortunately misses the shot in the process.
DeYoung will drive, and he'll get fouled. He'll go to the line again.
Max Hull with his third personal, 15 foul.
Max Hull picks up his third. And Armstead steps over and is going to check back in. We'll see which Hawk he grabs. 2 of them have 3 fouls, Hull and Hayes. DeYoung's first free throw's off the mark. And he's going to grab Mason Peterson. He's going to grab neither of them.
You had a 40% chance by naming 2 of the guys, so. You either go with the guys with the fouls or go with the guy that needs the breather, and I think the Hawks chose the latter.
The second free throw also off the mark. DeYoung goes 0 for 2 from the line. Hayes. Grayson brings it over half court. Hayes. And Grayson will just set the offense up. 1:22 remaining in the quarter. Grayson, Armstead wants the ball. Hayes, he'll pull up for 3. Oh, that one just rattled out. That was a close one, though. Isaacson into the corner. Sedro Woolley for 3. That one also comes out of the hoop. No shot on the baseline. Hawks ball.
Yeah, they're going to say he just simply stepped out of bounds in that play. Easy enough, and that will turn it over to Mountalke Terrace. Checking back into the game one more time for the Cubs, number 24, Keenan Hofstad, as Cade Isaacson will take another breather on the bench.
Isaacson has 2 points this quarter. Grayson takes the inbound from Hayes and will bring the ball up over half court.
This is a typical Mountalke Terrace fashion game, though. Your two leading scorers who average 31 points per game, Mihalik and Isaacson, they've combined for 9 tonight.
Christensen, Hayes in the corner. Swings, Grayson. Swings, Armstead. Pulls up for 3. Ah, not good there. Quickly down the court is Sedro Woolley. Down low, shot blocked. Brendan Hayes with another block. Armstead comes away with the ball. He seems dangerous, Armstead. Grayson moves out of the corner for 3, knocks it down. Keegan Grayson, deadly. Nice pass by Armstead, looked off a defender with the point and found the man in the corner. 21 seconds to go, shot clock turned off. Keenan Hofstad with the ball for Sedro Woolley.
Grayson's run now with 10 points on the night. He's in double figures. Not bad for a guy who's averaging just a little less than 4 a game.
He drives, Hofstad knocks it down. His first points of the quarter. 4 seconds, Hayes, quickly, Christensen toilet bowls its way out. And we've reached the end of the third. The Hawks lead at 44-30. We'll head to the fourth quarter. 3 down, 1 to go. Hawks lead by 14. You're watching the Hawks playoff basketball on Hawk Broadcast Network.
Score I have is Linden 17-4 after 1 quarter. That was 25 minutes ago. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll take it.
Back for the fourth quarter. Hawks lead by 14. And with the call, good old Steve Willits.
Good old Steve Willits.
Good old Steve Willits.
What the heck? I'll take it. Thank you, Ben Iman, the youngster to the old man, I guess, as we are back for 8 more minutes of action. Mountalke Terrace, 8 minutes away from punching their ticket into the district semifinal. They will take on the winner of Linden or Lakewood. The only score we have so far tonight is Linden up 17-4 after 1 quarter. It's a Linden team that's number 2 in the state RPI ranking, so that could be a tough game. That game will be played at the neutral site, Mount Vernon High School on Tuesday. Again, 7:30 p.m. Hawks doing a nice job of swinging it around. Mason Peterson catches the inside back iron. It bounces out. Isaacson grabbing the rebound. Sedro Woolley, if nothing else, they're consistent. 10 points in each quarter so far tonight. First, second, and third quarter. That ball's going to be bounced out of bounds by Mihalik. Mountalke Terrace, they're kind of all over the place. They keep getting better. 5 points in the first quarter, 18 in the second quarter, 21 in the third quarter, and thus they have a 14-point lead here. 7:24 left in what we hope is the game, certainly in regulation. Hayes, 10 feet out, rolls around, couldn't quite find the basket there, and we're going to get a travel as Cy DeYoung picks up his dribble, tried to pivot, foot came off the ground, steps are called, and Mountalke Terrace will take the ball back over. 7:11 to go here as the Hawks making a substitution as Mason Christensen checks back in. Max Hull a little confused. He didn't think he was coming out quite yet, and he will go take a seat on the bench.
That was good heads-up play by Keegan Grayson and Kyrie Armstead to kind of converge on Cy DeYoung. Didn't really see it coming. Just unluckily picked 2 feet up while holding the basketball. That's a travel all day.
Cy DeYoung has 12 points on the night so far. He is the leading scorer for the Cubs thus far. Mountalke Terrace looking for their open look. Peterson corner, just a little bit short. Ball bounces into the air, into the hands of Isaacson. Gets it ahead. Cubs wasting little time, floating into the lane with the runner. That's Cy DeYoung.
So far just hasn't been Mason Peterson tonight. I've seen him miss a couple threes. Still no points on the board.
Christensen, baseline to Armstead, kicks it back out to Hayes, right back to Christensen. Dribbles past one defender, tries to find Armstead down low. Mihalik waiting for it, picks it off, kicks it ahead. Going up and trying to do a dunk was DeYoung. Hayes blocking not 1 but 2 Cub players. Keegan Grayson's the run. He is lobbying the referee saying, I knocked it off of a Cub's hands. The referee says, no, I don't think so. We're going to keep it here. But nonetheless, Brendan Peterson getting it done on the defensive side of things.
Multiple, that's a big defensive stand. That's the kind of player Brendan Hayes is. He can help you on the other end, knock multiple three down. He can also block shots on the other end.
Hofstad missing the three. Hayes now with a rebound this time.
Can't forget, we also seen Brendan Hayes play some point guard this year.
In a later portion of a game, you're absolutely right. He did indeed. He's kind of a five-tool player, if you will. Guy that can get it done in different aspects of the game. And Sedro Woolley fans wanted to travel. They're not going to get one. Armstead fakes the three, goes up hard, draws a lot of contact. Still waiting for a call here. And they're going to say it was a charge. Thompson, actually that was Mihalik taking the brunt of that one. Late decision there by the referees, as I think they were all looking at one another trying to decide who was going to make the call. With that much contact, something has to be called. It's just a matter of what they're going to say. Hey, in the case of a kind of the tie goes to the runner, tie almost always goes to the defensive player. They're going to give him credit for standing his ground, and Kyrie picks up his third. Isaacson floater, fade away, gets knocked, and he's going to head to the line for two.
Ever since Kyrie came out in that third quarter, because he got that little cut, had to come off the floor, he's come on, he's just kind of almost played angry. He's kind of played with this, kind of there's something on his shoulder. He needs to make some big flashy play to come back out. And so far, we've only seen him pick up a couple fouls, and he's made one free throw in that third quarter. We're definitely seeing a different Kyrie than we did see in that first half.
They need to see a different Hawk offensive team right now, as they have yet to score here in the fourth period. Isaacson getting the free throw to go there. Neither team having much success here in the first 2 minutes and 16 seconds, as Sedro Woolley picking up their third point. And the Isaacson free throw drops in after rolling around on the rim, giving them 4 points now. Hawk lead down to 10, 44-34. 5:36 to go. District quarterfinal action right now. Ball swinging around. Christensen into the lane, floats one up. Good.
That's Mason Christensen's shot. If it's not from outside, he likes that little drive and from the elbow.
11 points for Mason. Ball gets away, and they're going to say last touched by Sedro Woolley. Side to Young, driving into the lane, lost possession. Threw his arms up into the air as if to tell the refs, I didn't touch it last. That's not the way they saw it. Mountalke Terrace will take over the possession. Grayson's a run, keying over to the right side there. Christensen. Hawks content. Looking for the right look. Christensen goes up. Gets the ball knocked away. A scramble for the basketball. They're going to call a held ball. Possession arrow points to Sedro Woolley.
Mason Christensen, he's been solid all year, but he likes that little play, getting the ball in the quarter, drive it in. He's not the tallest player, if I can get my words out, Steve. But boy, is he tough when he gets in those little scrums.
He is scrappy. Ball goes up. Hofstad using the glass. A little bit of a runner down the left side. He now has 8 points on the night. 46-38. Terrace lead that was up in the 16 range earlier. Now down to single digits. Grayson's a run trying to use that scrappiness to knock the ball away from Isaacson to no avail. Christensen goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Hofstad into the lane, misses the shot. Everybody's hands going up for this one. And I think we're going to get a foul called. And we are indeed. Mihalik being called for his third foul, a loose ball foul on the rebound. He and Hayes both going for the same space. Mihalik's hands finding their way onto the arms of number 32, and he'll get called for it. Hawks with 7 team fouls against them already, so Sedro Woolley's into the bonus. Sedro Woolley only 3 fouls so far. 4:15 left to play. Armstead, spin move, fade away. A little bit far to the left there. Ball bounces off into the hands of Mihalik. Here come the Cubs. 3 ball up in the air. It's good. Cy DeYoung, his first tray of the game. All of a sudden, that Mountalke Terrace lead that looked rather comfortable just a few minutes ago, down to 7 with 3:49 left in the fourth quarter. Sedro Woolley, they're not going to go away easy. This is a big game for them, too. Keegan, double teamed, swings it over to Peterson. He's going to put up a 3. Rims around, finally drops out. Bartlett kicks it ahead. Isaacson left side, going one-on-one with Keegan Grayson Zarun. They're going to say Zarun gets him with the body. Isaacson will head to the free throw line, and all of a sudden, this Mountalke Terrace lead could be down to 5, depending on how these free throws go for Isaacson.
We can't forget Mountalke Terrace, 8 fouls so far in the half. Sedro Woolley's in the bonus for the rest of the 3:28 remaining in this half, in the fourth quarter.
Isaacson drains the first one. 46-40. It's been a game of runs. The biggest one of which was Mountalke Terrace 13-0 run back in the second quarter. Isaacson hits the second shot. This game just got a lot more interesting, folks. 3:25 left. You can start to feel the electricity behind us, too. The fans starting to cheer on both sides. The Sedro Woolley fans, who were a little bit quiet there throughout the third quarter, all of a sudden waking up. Hayes does his part to shut them down. His first bucket of the fourth quarter, just what the Hawks needed. 48-41, Hofstad wasting no time. He's going to draw contact one more time, very similar to the play against Grayson Zarun. This time he draws contact from Christensen, and Hofstad will once again step back to the line.
That is 5 Hawk players with 3 fouls. Christensen 3, Grayson with 3, Armstead with 3, Hayes with 3, and Hull with 3. Everyone else has a clean slate.
Hofstad misses the first shot. Even Nayland Sood recognizing the urgency here. He's coaching louder than ever right now. You can hear him coming through the microphone as Hofstad hits the second free throw, 48-42. Grayson's a run into the lane. Hayes, count the basket and the foul. Mihalich stuck his hand up. He's still a little confused. He thought he got all ball. The referee's blowing the whistle, and Hayes will make the basket and go to the line. He already has 3 3-pointers here in the half, all via behind the arc. This time he's going to try it the old-fashioned way as he steps to the line with the and one coming up. 13 points for Hayes in the second half, 17 total. Looking to make it 18 with this shot. Count it. 51-42. We're now down under the 3-minute mark. Playing for the right to go back to the district semifinals. Mihalich spin move. Nice defense by Peterson. Peterson goes down and he's holding his leg, and this may not be good for the Hawks. Not sure if that's a leg injury or something else. We're going to have to wait and see here. Mihalich scores the bucket. 2:43 left. And Sandy Metzger's going to come out and check out what's going on here. Great game going on over at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. Marysville-Pilchuck and Meadowdale, 47-44. 41 seconds left as Hayes rolls over. Getting tended to by Sandy Metzger and Kim Stewart, the athletic director for Mountalke Terrace. Looks like they're checking out his ankle. Certainly a high ankle sprain is not something you want. That does not heal quickly. Hawks already without Connor Williams, who is out after having surgery on his broken nose this week. Peterson averaging close to 10 points per game. It's been lethal in the last week and a half or so from three-point range. Matter of fact, he leads the Hawks in three-point attempts as well as 3 points made this year, 44% from out there. You're already missing Williams, who's a 37% three-point shooter, and Peterson very gingerly will walk off the floor, having trouble putting much weight on that ankle. I have a feeling we may have seen the last of him tonight. The hope now is that he's able to get back in time for Tuesday.
I can pretty much confirm that Mason will be done. Gave Coach kind of a little the shrug of, let me sit, when Coach asked him if he wanted to be done.
Hawks really fortunate. I was surprised to see Metzger in the building tonight. Again, she's usually the Edmonds Woodway trainer, and she's one of the better ones around. Very active at the state level for some of the things that go on with Washington State athletic training. And if you're going to be injured on a night like tonight, Sandy's not a bad person to have in attendance as she continues to tend to Peterson. The Hawks now with the basketball, up by 7. 2:29 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Big possession here. The Hawks could really do a lot of damage to the Cubs' hopes of getting on to the next round. Hayes one more time. Just a little bit too much on that shot. Cubs able to come away with it. DeYoung over to Hofstad, driving to the right side, puts it up off the glass, misses the shot. Offensive board. Three-pointer up in the air. Just a bit short. That was Isaacson with the attempt. They're going to get yet another chance. This time Hofstad misses it. Christensen scrambling, and their ball is loose around the ankles of Hayes. Dangerous play there is Cy DeYoung. Almost trapping that ball against number 32's feet. They're going to call possession error on that one. Mountlake Terrace basketball with 1:57 to go. Sedro Woolley certainly with multiple opportunities there of making this a 4-point game. Just couldn't get the ball to drop. And Sedro Woolley all of a sudden showing their sense of urgency, putting a trap on. Something we haven't really seen much tonight. Nice no look. Christensen, Armstead over to the corner hole, putting up a shot and missing it. Hayes couldn't get all the way in there, just batted it towards the basket. Hits the glass, but gets not much of anything else. Cubs on the other end. We get a whistle. What's the call? Three-pointer is up and good. Are they going to count the basket or call the foul beforehand? Isaacson drained the three, but the whistle had blown. They're going to call Mountlake Terrace for a blocking foul on the dribble, though.
There was no blocking foul. Mason Christian was set for about 2 seconds before the pass even got there.
Well, the fortunate thing for the Hawks is that the basket does not count. They're going to say that the foul occurred before that. Christensen will, however, pick up his fourth. Hawks now with 10 team fouls, putting the Cubs into the double bonus for the remainder of the night. And Mihalik will step to the line shooting 2. 1:34 showing on the clock.
Christensen's going to have to be careful for the next 1:34 with 4 fouls. You don't want to lose both Masons.
Yeah, you're already without Connor tonight, too, for that matter. One more free throw attempt. Hawks reminding their players to be ready to box out, and they do so. Hayes with the rebound. Mihalik 1 for 4 on the night from the free throw line. Leading scorer for Sedro Woolley, still stuck at 7 points for the night. 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. Hawks, who lost to Anacortes in the district championship game last year, looking to get back to the semis. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hayes swings it to Armstead. Armstead fakes a pass, takes it down low, bounce past to Hall. Hall goes up, misses the shot, gets his own board, goes right back up, misses yet again. Ball goes out of bounds. Armstead saying that, hey, I knocked it off of one of their players. Rod Marr disagrees, and with 1 minute to go, Sedro Woolley takes possession down by 7. And Ben, the way that Coach Shute is yelling right now, he may not have a voice tomorrow morning. Rowdy Rooters recognizing the magnitude of this game. They start to chant louder and louder. Hofstad being guarded by Christensen with 4 fouls. Christensen pulls back. Hofstad puts up a shot, drops into the hoop, and Ferrer, the coach, will want a timeout, and we're going to get a 30-second call with 44.3 seconds left. We'll keep it right here.
This has just been a topsy-turvy fourth quarter for the Hawks so far. You lose a guy like Mason Peterson. You know, bad calls, some very good calls nonetheless, but some bad calls going both ways. Mason Christensen's got to play tough, but he's got to play very smart with 4 fouls, last 44 seconds to go. Hawks still up, but you know, Grayson, Hayes, Armstead, and Hull all have 3. Christensen with 4. They have to be very careful, very careful down the stretch.
Well, I think you saw that on that last play by Hofstad. That's certainly the defense of a player with 4 fouls. It's Christensen, who might have otherwise been just a little bit more aggressive, pulled back at the last second, recognizing that Hofstad was trying to get him to commit that 5th foul. Hofstad taking advantage of the situation, getting the basket to fall, and making this game just that much more interesting with 44 seconds left. And once again, Sedro Woolley looking to press. And a foul will almost be immediately called against DeYoung. And that's one thing that Sedro Woolley has either working for or against them right now, depending on how you want to look at them. They've yet to put Terrace into the bonus. That might be difficult for Sedro Woolley in some ways, though, if they want to ultimately get them to shoot free throws. And then again, Mountlake Terrace, if they're going to throw the ball away, that may not be that much of an issue at all, is Kyrie Armstead trying to lead Keegan Grayson's run towards the sideline. They were just a little bit too far and out of bounds. I was just going to mention that at some point here, the Cubs are going to have to start intentionally fouling to try to get Mountlake Terrace to the free throw line. And if you're not in the bonus yet, you're going to have to keep inbounding the ball over and over again. And if Mountlake Terrace can keep breaking that press, they can take valuable seconds away in the process.
For sure, Steve. You know, having minimal fouls is good, but it can also not be very good at the same time.
A badly missed three-pointer by DeYoung there. If he hits that one, this is a 2-point game. That's the classic case of a player just rushing a shot in anticipation of wanting to get this game close. Mountalke Terrace wants a full timeout. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. 34 seconds from determining who is heading to the semifinals. Will it be the Hawks? Will it be the Cubs? Find out. We'll be right back on HBN. Welcome back once again to MTHS, the corner of Hawk Way. You are watching HBN. Mountalke Terrace Hawks basketball is the home team trying to advance to the District 1 2A semifinals. They've got a hungry group of Cubs here joining them tonight at the Terraceum. Mountalke Terrace looking to push it ahead. Mason Christensen's going to pick up, or draw the foul rather, and that will be foul number 7 for the Cubs, which will put Christensen at the free throw line, shooting 1-and-1. Christensen, a 74% free throw shooter on the year. This might be the biggest free throw attempt he's had all season. Misses the front end. Here come the Cubs, down by 5, 28 seconds remaining. Hofstad looks down low, finds Bartlett. Bartlett being double teamed, kicks it back out. DeYoung driving into the lane. Armstead guarding him tightly. Shot goes up, and they're going to get Armstead with a foul with 18 seconds to go. No, they're going to get Hayes with a foul.
The officiating tonight has gone from very lenient, I believe, Steve, in the first half to very tight so far at the end of this half. We've moved from letting these guys play to really tightly calling everything.
Yeah, it's getting very intense here down the stretch as DeYoung steps to the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. Armstead flying in as if it was a 1-and-1. It is not. Nice job by your band over there in the corner. Lined up right next to the free throw line and the free throw shooters. They start to yell, and perhaps they played a role in that last miss.
We take credit for all misses that come on our end.
Well, you might have to take credit for a make there as well as he makes the second shot. And Keegan Grayson Zarun will now step to the line, shooting 1-and-1 with 16.9 seconds left. We just saw Christensen miss the front end of a 1-and-1. If Keegan does the same thing now, this game gets very interesting. Isaacson's going to pick up the foul, his third. Grayson on the year, 63% free throw shooter. And he misses that one. Perhaps the Hawks feeling the pressure here right now. Clock showing 12, 11. Hofstad, long 3, hits it. We've got a 1-point game.
Wow.
Brett Farrer calls a quick timeout, 51-50 with 8.1 seconds left.
Wow.
Here we go, folks. That's what happens when you miss the front end of 2 1-and-1s, and then the other team comes down and drains a 3, a tough one at that. Hofstad a little off balance on that shot. I thought initially that maybe he forced it a little too much. Apparently he knew what he was doing as he hits the shot, and all of a sudden this game gets extremely interesting. We've got a full timeout. We'll take about 30 seconds off. We'll be right back for the exciting finish right here on the Hawk Broadcast Network. And welcome back once again to the Terraceum, where it is father-daughter dance night here down in the hub, and up here, these two teams have found equal dance partners with one another. It's a game all of a sudden, folks. Mountalke Terrace holding on to the slimmest of leads. Brendan Hayes to inbound. The Hawks need to, 1, get this in, and then 2, possibly hit free throws. Armstead catches the pass. Gets fouled immediately by Mihalik, who will now pick up his 4th foul. And Kyrie Armstead stepping to the line, 7.5 seconds left with 1 free throw coming up. They're still at 9. They're not in double bonus yet. This is a 1-and-1 situation. If Armstead misses this free throw, the Cubs could potentially get the basketball down by 1 with under 8 seconds to go.
And I just want to note that Davis Mihalik is fouled out. That's 5 fouls.
Oh, it was in fact 5. You're right.
He will be done. That is the Sedro Woolley leading scorer
on the season, but certainly not tonight. He's had a rough night. Only 7 points for him, a little unusual.
That's what he'll finish with.
Armstead needs to hit this first one and does not. Ball batted around, picked up by the Cubs. We're down to 4 seconds to go. Hawks are already in double bonus. The shot goes up. It goes in with 0.2 seconds left. Are you kidding me? Keenan Hofstad with the impossible shot. Clock showing triple digits. Sedro Woolley has just won this basketball game. Unbelievable. Keenan Hofstad, 11 points here in the 4th quarter and none bigger than that last shot. The Hawks missing 3 front end 1-and-1s down the stretch. They had a 7-point lead going into the final minute, and they get outscored 9-0 in that final 60 seconds. Sedro Woolley heading on to the semifinals. Mountalke Terrace now heads to Skagit Valley. Let's double check this real quick. Unbelievable. This is just a shocker, folks. Mountalke Terrace is going to head to Skagit Valley in a loser-out game. Tuesday night, 7:30 start time. Let's see who they're going to play, as I got to try to figure this out. We were so used to looking at the brackets in terms of the win column. They're going to play the loser of the Linden-Lakewood game. Lakewood's down by 28 heading into the 4th quarter, so it looks as though the Hawks and the Lakewood Cougars are going to play in a loser-out game, and how quickly things just changed.
Wow.
Mountalke Terrace at one point up by 16 points. It looked like they had an insurmountable lead. They were up by 14 going into the final quarter. They get outscored 23-7 in that last frame. And that 3-point shot by Hofstad, we don't have instant replay capability, but I'm sure a lot of us will be going back and replaying that one time and time again. This is just shocking. I don't think I've ever seen a Mountalke Terrace loss ever quite like that. Let's bring Keenan Hofstad over here, number 24. We're going to have Keenan Hofstad come on over here and get a quick player of the game interview. Keenan Hofstad, I got to tell you, I think you just ripped the hearts out of a lot of Mountalke Terrace Hawks fans, but nonetheless, the Sedro Woolley Cubs, they made the long trek down here tonight, and I think they're going to enjoy it. You are the hero right now, sir. Congratulations. Tell me about that last play. The free throw's up. It's missed. I didn't have track here. Were you guys out of timeouts, or did you?
No, we had timeouts. We just thought we'd get the ball and go.
Did Coach Farr tell you guys, hey, if he misses this one, just take off?
Just take off.
Take me through the last 7 seconds of this game.
I just got the ball, and I was just feeling it, and I just went down, and I lost control, and I just hucked it up in the air, and luckily it went in.
I was going to ask you about that, because it was not as though you set up and threw up a jump shot. You were just totally out of control on that play.
I shot it, and I fell, and I didn't even see it go in, and I heard the crowds go crazy. I was like, holy crap.
So you couldn't see anything at that point?
I didn't see anything. I just threw it up, and all of a sudden the crowd went crazy, and I was like, holy mackerel, I just made this.
What a crazy game, too. You guys held the Hawks to 5 points in the first quarter, which doesn't happen very often.
No.
They make a 13-0 run in the second quarter.
Yeah.
You're down by 3 at the half. You're down by 14 going into the 4th quarter. What was the mood like on the bench? What was the team saying out on the court? Certainly you guys weren't willing to give up.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what was being said to the team.
We just kept fighting. It happened all year. We've always had close games, and we've always came back. So we just thought it'd be another game and came back and got a dub.
You got the dub indeed. Hey, it looks as though you're probably going to play Linden in the next round. Tell me a little bit about the Lions, a team we don't get to see around here very often.
They're pretty good. We lost to them pretty badly up at their place, but we're excited to go get them.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
Hey, how much sweeter is this bus ride going to be?
Amazing.
Have you ever hit a last-second shot in your life?
I have never hit a game winner, no.
You've never hit a game winner, and you
No.
hit one tonight. And by the way, I should point out, it wasn't just that last play. You hit an 11-point fourth quarter.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the fourth quarter in general. Did you do anything differently? Or?
No, I just went out and got confidence in that bench at the third, and I just thought I'd go in and just take over the quarter.
And take over the quarter you did. We're going to give you a shirt here to commemorate your night. You certainly don't need this, but it certainly adds to the night as overall. I think the biggest takeaway from tonight is the victory and you being the hero, but we're nonetheless going to give you a shirt, and Ben Iman's going to take a picture there for you. We'll send that out via Twitter.
You.
So, hey, Keenan, again, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Best of luck against Linden on I guess it's Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Or Thursday night, right? Thursday night. So
Thursday. Okay.
Even better, you guys don't have to play Tuesday now, right?
Yeah.
You'll take that.
Perfect.
All right, enjoy that bus ride home.
Thank you.
Keenan Hofstad is the hero tonight. And again, Mountalke Terrace Hawks fans are just in utter disbelief right now, as am I. Hey, give credit where credit's due. Number 24 with the most improbable of shots at the buzzer. He's a hero tonight. I think the folks in Sedro Woolley are going to be celebrating all evening. That bus drive home is going to be a lot of fun, and we certainly wish the Cubs all the luck in the world on their journey as they now are into the semifinals. They're one game away from qualifying for the regionals. Mountalke Terrace, they have a much harder road ahead of them now. They need to win on Tuesday night. Again, that game will be 7:30 at Sedro Woolley. The Hawks would then need to win a second game. That game would be Friday night at Mount Vernon High School, 7:30 start time. And if they are able to win that game, then they would advance to the third, fourth place game. Regardless of win or lose there, they would automatically advance on. So the road gets a little bit more strenuous now, if you will. Easier opponent, perhaps, Lakewood, a team that struggled this year. But now the Hawks have their backs against the wall. There's no room for error. A team that went 19-1 in the regular season loses tonight. So we'll keep you posted. Follow MLTnews.com. Follow the Hawkeye on their website. Follow MTHS Sports on Twitter. And we will certainly keep you posted as to what is going on throughout the tournament. But again, a rough one here tonight. Mountalke Terrace blowing a large lead and losing on a last-second shot. For everybody working on this game tonight, we'll get those names in real quick there. Angelo Como is our advisor. Ben Iman doing color and play-by-play. Lee Letford on graphics. Carly Wilson on camera. And for everybody here this evening, we appreciate you for being here on what was just a tough night for Mountalke Terrace as they lose 53-51. And congratulations to Sedro Woolley. You've been watching the Hawk Broadcast Network. Have a good night.